Yeah.
calendars and
Yeah, to some degree, yeah, because if you go through model homes, which is, you know, where they do professional staging, they've always got something little like that to show, look, you can put something on top of this shelf.
Okay. I like the flowers up front, but let's do away with the lace, and the 2-inch blinds works. In defense, I'd go ahead and clean off the top of the refrigerator.
You have enough light possibly where you don't even need to turn the lights on and you can prepare right on the countertop. So it might showcase that. Less is more. So when you're showing a property, you just want the essentials and maybe a few little items to dress it up. But if you've got too many items, it's going to take away from the property itself.
Corey, how about the attachments to the ceiling fan?
Those we can move.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You probably want to take those out.
Yeah.
While it may be great for one, it might not be good for another. You definitely want to have some seating area in here so that someone that's visual has something to base the room size, and can their couch fit here? Will their love seat fit there?
Okay, so leaving that there right now.
This section, I don't know about that one there. I think if that one's gone, that would probably make the room look a little bit bigger while still showing there's enough room to have a sitting area in here.
And the more that we can demonstrate space, the better off that's going to be for you.
Well, I guess you can see your own stuff on there if you're a buyer.
Yeah, and every house is going to have blinds, but they may not have that style of
Right.
So by having that out of sight, it'll just lend itself more to
No, I agree.
a more neutral stance. You'll want to have something there. Like this works really
That's fine.
nice. Because then they may walk right by that, something like that. So to show off that an art piece can go there is vital. Having the dining room set up like this with the buffet is how most people would set up a formal dining room. This particular model, a lot of people when they walk in, especially when it's vacant, they say, wow, what am I going to do with this area? It's not big enough for a full formal living. It's too small for this, you know. But setting it up like this where you have just one couch, one sitting area, and then a couple of corner pieces lends itself more to a real formal setting when you walk in the front door.
Because I would have thought a little bit, just,
A little too much?
yes, let's show that it's bigger. I would actually remove the 2 corner pieces. I'm okay with the pictures and the little stand, but
You mean that corner piece?
maybe the term is really busy.
Experiment.
I think you do that, Richard. I think you kind of play with it, take the 2 pieces out, put it up there facing the pictures, and maybe even put the other chair from that room in here on this side, and you could really turn it into a
Taking
full.
that piece out, we may not be able to do. There's no place to put it.
Here's what I'm really thinking. I like this. I like the piece. Nothing else.
Curiosity among buyers is huge. So when they come in and they see something that piques their interest, they're spending too much time on something that will pique their interest. They need to be concentrating on, will this home work for me and my family? First thing they're going to see walking into this house is this right here.
Right.
I mean, the door opens that way, it lends itself right to that. So to have just the art piece and the table, positive experience once we get this
Right.
out. All positive experiences coming in. You don't see a whole lot of houses with a bonus room octagon.
I actually like the potted plants over the tub like that.
Yeah, it's nice and bright,
Yeah.
simple. Yeah, the countertop shows lots of countertop space, but it also shows it's being used.
Again, let's go with that open look,
Yeah.
big room feel.
Perception of less is more in here as well. I think
Okay.
because you have the blinds, you don't need the curtains. That's more of a personal touch.
And then it kind of opens it up from a...
Brightens it up, opens it up.
Is it in
Yeah.
working condition? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We just need to fill it up.
You know, I'd probably set the barbecue off the patio. This patio, while some plans in this neighborhood have a little bit longer patio, yours has the shorter patio. So we probably want to maximize the room that we have to show that off. By moving that off, moving that out, maybe just setting that a little bit towards this side.
Toward the end, yeah.
Because when they walk out the door, that's going to be their first impression of the patio. So by moving this way, they'll have more area But the rocks, I mean, they're all filled in nicely right around this area, which is good. I mean, a lot of times we'll see where there's, patches or it's not fully groomed. Yeah.
I love the tree, I love the greenery back here.
I always like somewhere where there's a little bit of color. Somewhere. Grass looks like it's in good shape. Pool will be cleaned. It's so difficult to keep color during the middle of the summer when it's so hot.
Well, I think you had mentioned some plants
Yeah.
over there, or at least one on each side.
Yeah, I think to have the, because we're going to repaint the front door. So we're going to have that fresh, looking really fresh, which is going to be the main focal point of anyone walking up. Maybe have a vanilla or a jasmine, a positive smell.
But I think you're right. I think all we need to do is put some color up in the front entryway, fill in the planters, and do a little repair to the door, and we're in. What do you think the number one issue is with a home when a buyer walks into it? What is it that they think is a very important concern to them?
This might surprise you a little bit. My thought is when you walk in the door, there's one of 5 senses that's going to be first. I've always relied on the sense of smell when they walk through that front door.
Number one.
The first thing I see people do is they walk in, and that's going to dictate the whole rest of the trip through.